Alright guys, Tactical Rabbit here, bringing you another gameplay on this channel. Today we have a search and destroy one. Going to be talking through some tactics here today, so I hope you enjoy that. Be sure to leave your appreciation if you do in the comments section below. Game on carrier here, nice little 4 rounds, flawless gameplay. Not going to quite spoil the score, but I switched to my FAL and I push up. So it's best to switch to your knife or your pistol for your opening rush route, because the speed's a little bit faster, so you can get there a little bit quicker. So I jump up on this plane, and this is the situation. I see a guy to my left, and I also am looking at a guy ahead of me. So I try and take the shots on the guy ahead of me because I think I can take him out. But while I'm taking him out, I also see a guy over to my right, as you've seen by the arrow right here. So you really have to be aware where your enemies are, and I see him right here. I pause it right here. What would you do? Engage, evade, or flank? If I flank round the right, I might encounter enemies in the bottom level. If I evade, it might allow them to get map control. So I decide to engage in this situation, but not with my gun because I know there's a guy to my left. I actually decide to use a grenade, and it is one of my so-called god grenades, and I do manage to pick him up with a great little nade right there. And I know there's another guy middle, so I just push up, keep my distance off him because obviously I've got an FAL, and I see him and manage to pick him up right here. He only gets 1 hit marker on at me, probably with a pistol or something, so that's why it's great to keep your distance from the enemy. Right here I say that I need to strafe away from an enemy with a close range weapon. So I saw that guy has a shotgun. This is a really key thing to be able to do, and you can just strafe away from him. Right here I check my scoreboard right in the middle of the map, which leaves me open to the guy ahead of me. If I hadn't have checked my scoreboard there, I would have probably got the ace that round, as I would have probably killed him faster. Obviously he was bad anyway, but I switch up my rush route slightly. I run behind the truck rather than in front of it this time, but I run up a very similar way. So I check this direction, see if anyone's coming here, and I see some movement off to my left, and I take a couple of shots, but I realise it's not going to come to anything, so I start to try and cook a grenade and chuck it over there. But obviously I need to crouch away from the sniper shots, so I'm checking these corners and I hear some shots go off, and if you miss your first shots it's really hard to actually get the kill. So that guy missed his first shots, I called in my UAV and managed to pick up the second guy as well. Jump up the ladder and I see 4 guys coming over to my left, so I decide to try and take shots on one of them. I get a few hit markers and my shots are pretty close, but I don't actually manage to get him, so I just get the hell out of there because obviously they know where I am and I'm pretty exposed in that situation. My teammate manages to pick up 2 and I call him a Hellstorm. Now I prioritise targets here. I choose the one on the right, which is far away with the sniper, and I try and keep it more close range, because if he has a sniper close range, I know what everyone says about snipers being really good close range, but to be honest, they're not actually that good against something like an FAL, which is a 2-shot kill. So I switch on my rush route here. Basically, if they're expecting me to come to the right, then it's going to be helpful for me to try and flank left. Now, I put the audio on there so you could hear him say, "Grenade, move!" which basically means that where my grenade landed, there's a guy over there. So I see him at the back with my lightning strike, and it's always a good idea to basically determine where the enemy you killed was by when your lightning strike kill registers. So lightning strike is 3 strikes, so if it registers after the second strike, then you know that the enemy you killed is where the second strike was. That's pretty advanced to think about trying to do that, but I knew the guy who I killed was there just because of that. Right here I say that the knife sucks in Black Ops 2, which is so true, so I had to resort to my FAL on that complete idiot sitting right there, pick up one guy, and then I go to sit in this corner just to sort of assess the situation, but my teammate dies, so I have to watch his back, whereas there's only one guy left, and take him out pretty easily with the FAL. So this round, what I say here is that you can, in search and destroy at the beginning of the round, shoot to maim, not to kill. You see I get 1 hit marker on the guy here, which means that he would be weaker if the nade comes over and he was actually standing near the nade. So at the beginning of the round, all the enemies know that you're at the spawn, so it doesn't matter if you're shooting your bullets. Now I prioritise targets again pretty well here. I know there's a guy sitting in that corner, but I need to make sure the coast is clear before I go and get him, take out a couple of guys, and then drop down and take him out nice and easily. The smoke grenade could have covered me using my streaks, but I decided to jump inside before doing it. Lightning strike shows a guy at the back and a guy basically in their spawn, so I try and predict his movement with the lightning strike, and I choose my hailstorm to come in, but I choose the wrong target here. Instead of going for the guy who's moving about, I go for the guy at the back. The guy who is at the moving about is a better target to go for because I'm the only teammate that knows that there's a guy sitting at the back because he's camping there, probably AFK. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Be sure to like and subscribe for more if you enjoyed. This is a very nice 17-0 in 4 rounds. Be sure to comment if you enjoyed. Do all that awesome stuff. Hope you enjoyed this nice little gameplay here. Try and hit 5 likes again if we can. First video was pretty well received. Check out the other 2 videos on screen. I've only uploaded one before, but it's still pretty cool too. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.